What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another track walkthrough video. This week we are taking a look at 2024 Budds Creek. If you guys watched last week's video, we did a very quick walkthrough of 2024 Unadilla ahead of the AMA SMX League Round 10 race, which happened this past Sunday, and which you guys are actually watching on the screen right now. This is footage from my Moto 2 race in the 250 class, and all I have to say, 2 weeks off and no practice really bit me in the butt, and I really feel like it bit a lot of guys in the butts, but we learn from it, we move on, and we're going to focus on this upcoming race at Budds Creek. Now, if you guys want to watch these races live, or if you miss a lot of the action from the outdoor series or even the Supercross series, I will leave the channels down in the description for you to check out and to be able to watch the past live streams from the outdoor series and the Supercross series, so that way you guys can stay up to date on the league and really see all the action-packed racing that we go through every single week. But that's going to do it for this little introduction. Just like last week's video, we are going to take a quick look at the leaderboards for the 250s and take a very quick look at the 450s to really give you an idea of what a solid lap time could be for both those bikes, because I know not everyone likes riding 250s and not everyone likes riding 450s. Once we're done with that, we will hop on the track and I will point out some things that I personally do, or point out some things that I've seen other people do. And hopefully this helps you guys out as well. So here we are looking at the 250 leaderboards for 2024 Budds Creek. I always have the time frame set to current version, and as you can see, there's only 13 people showing up. This game just got updated, and it's also 2:30 in the morning, so not a lot of people have put in the time just yet. And also, a lot of people don't really ride 250s in this game. But just looking at this alone, we have 4 people in the AMA SMX League. We have our boy Perky, we have our boy Bobby, we have ourselves, and we have our boy Hemi. Perky is currently running a 140. Bobby, I know for a fact Bobby loves Budds Creek. This is one of his favorite tracks, so him being able to run a 141 is not surprising at all. What is surprising is we are able to run at 142. I don't think I've ever gotten underneath the 144 before, so being able to run a 142 is definitely an accomplishment for us, and it's also very difficult because when we get out on the track, you guys will see how ruddy and how technical Budds Creek can actually be. So being able to hit your lines consistently and being able to really hit your marks is very difficult on this track. So being able to hit your marks and being able to run a 142, if you guys can get down there, then give yourself a round of applause. Our boy Hemi's running a 143. So between Perky and Hemi, that's a 3-second gap, and obviously we are some of the fastest guys on the 250s in our league. But if I had to say a solid lap time for an average rider or some of the other riders in the league, I would say a 150 is a very good starting point. So if you're past 150, then try and work on your skills. Try and get that down to a 150. If you're under a 150, then keep working, learn the track, really figure out where you're struggling, and then just keep shaving off just a little bit of time each and every single lap. So we switched it over to the 450s so I can give you guys a general idea of what a solid lap time is for your 450 riders. Right in 4th place, we have our boy MX Berry. This guy is really quick. He's not the fastest guy in the league, but he is up there. And right now, on his current version, he's running a 136, whereas our boy Dangletron, he's a good rider. He's running a 140. So that's a 4-second gap there. So for you 450 riders, I would really say if you guys can at least hit the 250 times of at least 144 to a 140, that's a very good starting point. Whereas if you guys are a little bit more skilled, I would really try pushing for the 138s to 137s. Now, if you are insanely good and don't touch grass like a lot of us, then definitely the 133. That's insanely good, or even a 134. That is very, very good. But once again, don't always go by these lap times because we don't know what deform these guys are running on. And it all comes with practice. It really does. I mean, we got our boy Pelfrey here running a 142, and our boy Bob Hizzle running a 143. So, like I said, for you 450 guys, I would really focus on 142, 143, or even the 140s and just slowly pick away at it and really figure out what you guys need to work on and really learn your riding style the most. So we are finally here on the track at 2024 Budds Creek. I'm going to slowly but quickly bring you through the track, really pointing out what I feel like are the biggest things with this track. And obviously, the way I ride this track is not the same way that everybody else rides this track. Everyone has their own personal preference. You can disagree with me on what lines are better than the others, but I will point out I am riding on a 250 like I normally do. So some lines, the 250 is better than the 450. Some lines, the 450 is better than the 250 because of how much power the 450 has. So we are going to start right off. We are going to cross this finish line. We are going to jump over this tabletop. You can whip it, really scrub and stay low. Then we're going to try and stay on the left side here. It does get bumpy, so really make sure you slow down, because if you hit that way too fast, you end up hitting the banner or going off the track here. Once you go off track here, yeah, you're not saving yourself. So if you're able to land it right here, or roughly over here, make sure that you can hug this inside line here. And I usually shift up to third gear and I ride this inside line all the way up, and then I let off on top of the hill and I hug this outside line here. Now we're going to jump this, and then this is one of the trickiest parts. Earlier I was saying that Budds Creek is very rutted. This is another tricky corner where you are going to need quite a bit of throttle control and bike control. So you come out of that turn, you hit that little jump, and you're going to have to really slow down and try and hug either this middle line or the right line, the far inside right line, and be able to come all the way around and then take this outside line and then jump downhill. Personally, in the 250, when I'm jumping downhill, I'm usually up in fourth gear, and I'm staying in fourth gear all the way around this outside line and over this tabletop. Once you hit this tabletop and you land, this is personal preference. For the 250, I like staying on the outside line. I know hugging all these outside lines is a lot slower, but you do have opportunities to make up that time during the more technical sections of this track. So right here is all personal preference. You can take the outside line, or if you're trying to make a pass and somebody's going outside, go ahead and take that inside line. So take the outside here and take this big jump here. Now we're going to clear this big triple. Here's another tricky section right here. I personally, when you land on top here, I coast and try and hug the inside as much as you can. Sometimes if you have to hug the outside, you will tap your brake just a little bit so that way you don't go flying into the banners over here. And then another technical and very ruddy part to this track, and once again, this is all personal preference. I see a lot of riders coming downhill and they always take this inside line, whereas for a 250 rider like myself, I think the more safe line is ripping this outside, because ripping this outside, you're able to carry all those momentum and be able to clutch boost up this hill right here. Whereas if you take that inside line, 250, you rarely have enough power to really clear that unless you hit it perfect. So I'm going to hit this outside. You can hit this inside on top of the hill, and then we are going to go down here, and once again 250, hit the outside. But personal preference, if you are trying to make a pass or if you're riding the 450, you can even take these two inside lines here, because you guys have enough power to hit this and still be able to triple this jump here. And 250s you can too, just depends on skill level. Now we're going to jump this tabletop. And now here's the biggest thing that a lot of people struggle with, and the biggest thing that I can point out. This game is a video game. It is an arcade style video game. I see a lot of people, and I do it myself, you're going to hug this left side here, and you're just going to launch yourself, because if you can aim your bike, if you can line up right here, you can look over the hill. I am perfectly straight with the turn over there. So if you can line yourself up and just launch this, I can guarantee you, you will land right here or in this general area, and you'll be able to hug this inside line all the way around. So once you hug that inside line, you are going to come up here, take this inside line here. Once again, have a little bit of throttle control. We're going to jump this little tricky section here. Not really tricky, but more personal preference. I keep saying this track is really ruddy and very bumpy. This inside here is very bumpy here. So coming downhill and landing on the right side of the track here, you will be bouncing around quite a bit. Personally, I find hitting the left side of the track where it's nice and smooth definitely gives you a better drive through here. And I'll just go through here, shift up to fourth, hit this, and this will set you up for the last turn here. Once again, personal preference, you can take the inside, you can take the outside. I find it easier for both the 450 and the 250 to rip this outside line in third gear. So we'll rip this outside line, and then you'll jump this, and you should be able to clear a little triple here, and then double right onto the table right here, I guess you can call it, and then once again cross the finish line. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to quickly run through a lap again and really point out anything that I missed, and then at the end of this I will have a raw gameplay with no talking for you guys to watch. So like I said, hug the inside line. We're going to jump this hill, stay in third gear. We're going to clear this. Be very careful with throttle control. As you saw, I messed up there. So we're going to hug this outside line, shift up to fourth, go downhill, stay in fourth gear until you hit this. Shift down to third, hug the outside. You can scrub here, stay in third, and very technical, just coast in, shift down if you have to. And then I'm going to take this outside. Nice and easy, take another outside, and you can jump all the way down. And one thing I did miss is you guys are going to hit this triple here. When you get to this hill, I hit my brakes just enough to slow down so you can jump over and land on the other side right here. That saves a lot of time and that sets you up perfectly for that inside line as well. So I'm going to shift up to fourth over the tabletop, and here's where we're going to launch it as I smack the SpongeBob, so that's a good role model that I am here. But I'm going to take this outside line here, stay in third, and once again I'm going to stay to the left because it's nice and smooth. Try not to go off track, there we go. And then hug this outside as I smack another banner. And there is a somewhat decent lap at Budds Creek. I will go ahead and leave the raw gameplay, so that's better to watch rather than this. But I appreciate you guys for all the love and support. I really hope this guys helps you out or gives you some more pointers and just some advice on how to ride Budds Creek a little bit better. But other than that, I hope I see you guys in the next live stream for the AMA SMX League race this Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you want more, leave a comment. Let me know what track you really want me to break down or what track you guys are having a difficult time with, and I will try my best to really help you guys out with. Other than that, I appreciate everything you guys have done for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.